This is the Final Four of the 2006 season. Coach Leroy Chapman and the Toledo Rockets are 30-2 overall. We are coming off of the victory in the Elite Eight, the Minneapolis Regional Final against the LSU Tigers. Unbelievable Cinderella season for the Toledo Rockets. Greatest season in program history, and it has a most epic victory now in the Elite Eight, an all-time classic NCAA tournament game against the LSU Tigers. A game that will live on and be talked about forever in March Madness lore. What a game it was in Minneapolis. Winner to the Final Four, we knew the stakes. Playing with house money, so to speak, this incredible season that none of the experts predicted for the Toledo Rockets, just coming from out of nowhere this season, trying to take it all the way to the Final Four. Going up against the LSU Tigers, the 5 seed in the Minneapolis Regional, and they had been looking extremely strong so far in the NCAA tournament. They were coming off of a dominant win against the 1 seed Villanova, and they were looking very strong against us as well. They had a 10-point lead very late in the first half. Tommy Ireland hit a 3-pointer to cut it down to 7. Trailing by 7 at halftime, had some momentum after the 3-pointer, but LSU came out in the second half and they really took control of the game. They built their lead all the way up to a 20-point advantage, a decent chunk of the way into the second half. It looked like a definite blowout victory for LSU and an easy trip to the Final Four. Toledo Rockets, we would have had nothing to hang our heads about. It would have been the greatest season in program history regardless. But we were not going to go down without a fight for the ages. And we scrapped and clawed, kept getting ourselves a bit closer. But time was running out. It didn't look like we were quite going to be able to make it all the way back. But LSU, they missed some very important free throws down the stretch. It gave us some hope. We made some huge plays, got some steals, put some pressure, made some huge shots. Tommy Ireland, a couple huge 3-pointers in the final minute, including one in the final seconds. After LSU missed a free throw that would have put them up by 4, we got the ball back, tried to attack inside, couldn't get it. We called a timeout with about 7 seconds left. And off the inbound, Tommy Ireland made the catch, put up the 3-pointer. If it went in, we had a chance for overtime. If it didn't go in, the game would have been over. LSU would have been able to get the rebound, and they would have had the victory. An absolute do-or-die shot to try to extend this Cinderella season. And the senior, Tommy Ireland, nailed it, hitting the 3-pointer to tie it up, trying to extend his career at Toledo. Stunning shot, tied the game. LSU had a chance. Heave at the buzzer. It almost went in. They just got it past mid-court. Desperation shot at the end of regulation. Hit the rim. Did not go in. We went into overtime. We had a couple starters foul out in regulation. Graham and Carson. We were without them in overtime, and we fell behind in OT right away. But again, able to battle back. We took the lead in overtime. We did miss some free throws in the final moments that gave LSU a chance, but we had some huge rebounds down the stretch. A couple extremely important rebounds that helped us seal the deal, or else LSU could have taken it right back at the end. But Hammond getting a huge defensive rebound, then hitting 2 free throws at the end to get us the victory sealed. 117-113, an all-time classic NCAA tournament game. Most epic win in Toledo basketball history, most clutch shot in program history, most amazing win, most amazing season. The journey continues. It has been a party in Toledo. It has been rocking, but we do move forward. Time off in between games. 6 days off, 1 week exactly. And here we are in the Final Four. And it certainly does not get any easier. A massive, massive challenge ahead of us in the Final Four, taking on the number one seed, the Connecticut Huskies. They enter with a 33-3 record overall this season. They were the preseason #1 team in the nation. They are extremely good, and we've certainly got a massive challenge ahead of us. But like I said before our last game, no matter what happens, it's been an incredible journey for the Toledo Rockets. But we are going to leave it all out there in the court, that is for sure. If someone's going to take us out, they are going to have to play a full game, because we are not going to go down without fighting with everything we got. So here we are, an incredible journey. It's been some time between that epic comeback victory in the Elite Eight, and now we are time to play Final Four. Here we go. Let's get a recap on the NCAA tournament action and see the whole Final Four picture. Here's the Washington Regional top seed Duke. Cruise along, getting themselves wins to get the stage. Their opponent Arizona, the 2 seed. A bit of a close one, their first game. Didn't look real impressive, then took down California, got better. Another double-digit win. And 1 seed Duke, 2 seed Arizona, Washington Regional Final. Arizona, the 2 seed, takes down Duke. Duke, the #1 seed in the Washington Regional, and the #1 team in the nation entering the NCAA tournament. This was an epic battle in the Washington Regional top 2 seeds. But Arizona gets the win, 61-57. A massive win for Arizona. They are heading to the Final Four for Duke. Incredible season for them. Just 1 loss in the regular season. Their second loss, and most painful one, puts an end to their 2006 season. The Atlanta Regional. Top seed Connecticut putting up a bunch of points, 113, 100, just blowing out opponents, blowing out Cincinnati to get there as well. Their opponent, Texas, 6 seed, started things off a nice win. Santa Tech got an upset one over the 3 seed Boston College. Close one against 10 seed George Washington, ending their Cinderella run. Atlanta Regional Final, Connecticut dominant victory, 98-67. Again, the Huskies putting up a bunch of points, didn't quite break 100 this game, but again, no one even close to Connecticut. Their 4th straight NCAA tournament win, all blowout fashion, 98-67. Good run for Texas, but it ends in the Elite Eight. Connecticut going to the Final Four. Our Minneapolis Regional, absolute epic one. LSU, the 5 seed. Their run to get to the regional. They looked very strong. Western Michigan, Arkansas, Villanova. No one staying with them. A very impressive victory against the 1 seed in the Minneapolis Regional, taking down Villanova. For us, we got our first NCAA tournament victory since the 1979 season, just the 2nd all-time. Took down East Tennessee State. We were in a battle against Florida, trailed by 7 in the first half, trailed by 6 at halftime. Came back, got the victory, hard-fought battle. We were underdogs against the 2 seed Gonzaga, but we played a tremendous game of the season for us, 84-67 final, and an all-time epic battle, 117-113 in overtime, 230 total points on the board. Just an epic game, and the Toledo Rockets Cinderella season continues to the Final Four. The Oakland Regional, 1 seed Indiana, no problem against Long Island. A close, low-scoring game against Rutgers. Got a 3-point win. And they took care of business against Charlotte to get to the Elite Eight. Their opponent, Nevada, having a season for the ages. They got past Radford, no problem. A 6-point win against Wake Forest, 7 seed. They ended the Cinderella run of Murray State in the Sweet 16 and the Oakland Regional Final. Nevada gets the win in a low-scoring game, 44-39 the final. What a interesting Elite Eight it was. The Sweet 16 did not have many exciting games. Sweet 16 only one game that was really close, but the Elite Eight certainly had some nail biters. Had the number one team in the nation, Duke, losing a close one against Arizona. Connecticut, a blowout win. It had the 3 seed Toledo, an all-time epic game. 230 points scored in our game, and on the contrary, 83 points scored in this Nevada victory over the top seed Indiana. So one of the highest scoring NCAA tournament games in recent memory, and one of the lowest scoring NCAA tournament games in recent memory, both happening in the Elite Eight here in the 2006 season. Our epic comeback in the Elite Eight, unreal, down by 20 points. That ties the second largest NCAA tournament comeback in history. It ties it. Last season there were 2 epic comebacks in the Elite Eight as well, and yeah, that's what we see here. That's the way we've gotten to this point. That's the journey it has been. Louisville, a 20-point comeback against West Virginia in the Elite Eight last year. We tie that. They trailed by 20 in the first half. We trailed by 20, good chunk into the second half. So quite possibly ours was the greatest comeback in NCAA tournament history, depending on how you look at it. The largest one, Duke over Maryland, a few years back. That was also a first half deficit, 22 points they overcame. But anyway, here we are, Final Four picture. So it is going to be 2 2 seeds, 1 1 seed, and 1 3 seed. The 2 seed, Arizona. They are playing in their first Final Four since the 2001 season. They finished that 2001 season national runner-up. They're going up against 2 seed Nevada, playing in their first ever Final Four. Connecticut, 1 seed, they're playing in their first Final Four since just the 2004 season. They won the national championship 2004. Going up against the 3 seed Toledo, playing in their first ever Final Four. 4 teams left in the NCAA tournament. Who will it be getting to the national championship game? Connecticut, definitely massive favorites against us. They are definitely the favorites to win the whole national championship. Arizona is going to be the favorites against Nevada, you'd probably say. Nevada having a tremendous season. Toledo, tremendous season as well. 2 of these schools could have been predicted as Final Four teams, Connecticut and Arizona, but 2 teams definitely not predicted, especially Toledo. Toledo coming from absolutely out of nowhere. And Nevada, quite a surprise as well, a tremendous season for them. But here we go, coming off of the greatest win in program history. Now we have ourselves the greatest challenge. How do we respond? Gotta forget it, gotta move on, gotta regroup. And here we go, because this is an incredibly huge challenge. UConn, this is their 3rd Final Four appearance. First 2 times they made it to the Final Four, they won national championships. They're seeking their 3rd national title. They began the season the number 1 ranked team in the nation. This is their 5th straight NCAA tournament appearance. Last season, UConn got into the tournament as a 2 seed. They got a victory over Central Florida and then an upset loss in the second round against 10 seed NC State. Very disappointing end to their season last year, and they came into this season hungry and playing great basketball. Season before last year, 2004, they got in as a 2 seed. They advanced to the Final Four. They beat Duke, and then they beat Georgia Tech to win the national championship. This is the first time Connecticut is a number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament since the 1999 season. They won the national championship that year as well. Connecticut began the season 24-0. They were the last unbeaten team in the country, and coach has said maybe they got a bit overconfident because they went on a streak where they lost 3 of their next 5 games. They went on a 2-3 record. They had losses. Their first loss was a close loss at West Virginia, and then they also had losses against Villanova and Louisville. After that, they were 26-3. But that woke them up. That was a bit of a down stretch, but the wake-up call they needed. They went on to, of course, they won the Big East regular season. Then they went on to win the Big East Conference Tournament. They defeated Cincinnati in the Big East Championship game. They have been absolutely dominant in the NCAA tournament. And they are looking to win the national title. David versus Goliath sort of matchup here. We've been on a Cinderella run all season. We can do it again. Gonna give it everything we got, leave it all there in the court, just like we did against LSU. We're playing with all our heart. Red Carson was a bit banged up in the game against LSU, but he's gonna be going for us, no problem. He's been playing through some pain, but nothing's gonna keep him out. Here we go, Final Four, Toledo, Connecticut. It's time.
Basketball fans to the Final Four. We're here at the RCA Dome in Indianapolis, Indiana. We should have a good one coming your way today. The Toledo Rockets face off against the Connecticut Huskies. Good evening, everybody. I'm Bill Lundquist here with Bill Raftery. Lonnie Bernstein will join us later. The Connecticut head coach looks determined as he leads his troops into battle today. Bill, the Connecticut coach has a well-earned reputation as a disciplinarian, Vern. He demands an awful lot from his players, but he usually gets a lot in return. The Toledo head coach has his guys prepared for the matchup today. Your thoughts, Bill? The Toledo coach specializes in strong offense, Vern. He may not have that reputation of a great offensive genius, but believe me, he's working on it. Figures to play a key role today. Love is clearly up there with the greatest point guards in the nation. He can put it on the deck as good as anybody in the game. His ball handling skills alone make him fun to watch. Neighbors should be a main contributor on the other side. Neighbors is one of the better point guards in the nation. He has lightning quick hands and terrific anticipation. He'll rack up a ton of steals. All right, thanks, Bill. We're just about ready to get this one started.
We are underway, the Final Four of the 2006 season here in Indianapolis, Indiana. Connecticut Huskies and the Toledo Rockets. Connecticut will strike first. Connecticut, the heavy favorites. Number one ranked team. The start of the season. Won the national championship 2 years ago, 2004 season. They strike first. Oh, pass to Ireland ends up hitting the rim. Somehow we don't turn it over. Pass in there to Kelly Neighbors and he'll lay it in. Tried to pass it to Ireland, it hit the rim, but fortunate bounce. Could have been a turnover. Shot doesn't go. Rebound there for the Huskies.
Time you'd already sent it in. Neighbors dumps it to the middle. Pass, top of the key. Ireland crosses it over.
Into Ireland, it's not gonna go.
Grab by Benjamin. Ball pushes to the middle.
Tough shot there for the Huskies. It falls. Connecticut has absolutely dominated every game they've played here so far. Call the timeout, so throw it down the court. Come up there under pressure, so they were trapping. Call the timeout. LSU, they pressed us the whole game, even when they had the lead. They kept the tempo up. In fact, it's going to pull back here. 6-2. Look for them to press after baskets. Iron. And Carson, oh, that is just swatted away. Oh, and it's going to lean into Yager's attempt. He's going to draw a foul. He's not going to get it there, right?
Toledo takes it up court. It's a 5-point game. Neighbors gives the update. Neighbors passes to the left side. Pass inside. With the crossover. Neighbors sticks it to the top of the key. They need to get a shot off.
Try to get it into Ireland.
Turn this one over out of bounds.
Can't be hesitant. Gotta go after it. Gotta be bold.
The Rockets will give their starters a rest here.
It's a real quick breather for the starting line. Word on the bench. Made it all the way here, final four.
Never seen his team more focused they were in the days leading up to this game. So it's almost like they were immune to all of the Final Four hype, which is really saying something considering the surface atmosphere.
Benjamin's going to put up the jumper. He's sinking. It's a long two. It's a 7-point UConn lead. Page is going to shuck it up, trying to get it to Kirkland.
Tries the spin move. The shot down low. It's good.
Page under pressure. They just trying to throw it up, trying to get it to Kirkland. Dangerous decision, panicking on it. And UConn Heavy favorites are looking the stronger side here right now. They get it up to Page on this long inbound pass. Page is going to go up for it. It's contested and denied. And UConn's going to go for it.
The two-handed jab finished by Benjamin.
Into Hammond. Hammond can't get it to him.
Connecticut brings it up. They're 6 for 8 on the court.
That will fall. Nearly a 13-point lead for the Huskies.
With the crossover. Dumps it off. Hayes passes to the baseline. Goes up. Robinson gets the rebound.
Swapped away. Hammond, great move. Some clever dribbling. And throw it down. That's our second score of the game, 13-4. Page gets it to him. Into Kirkland. Nice passing. That's not fun.
Carson is having some knee struggles, but he's subbing back in. He will give it a shot.
15-6.
The Huskies bring it up, and it's a 9-point game. Fulton passes to the right foot. Floats it up.
Test the shot, but they're there for the rebound.
The Rockets take it up court. They're shooting 45%.
Reaching in foul on Benjamin.
Left side. Lewis crosses it over.
Lewis fouled by Williams.
Tough shot. Fouled hard, and he'll take a trip to the line. Second team foul.
It's it.
Gets the first of two. He gets the first. The Huskies bring it up. It's a 9-point spread.
One possession at a time. Just
Love dumps it down.
foul on Carson.
Got fouled and still almost made it. He'll go to the line for two shots. Team foul. He makes the first. He gets the ball.
You can't believe it.
Toledo takes it up court. They're
Bounce
3
past
for
the
12.
irons.
The Rockets touched it last, right before it went out of bounds. Love passes it inside. The big
Versus
slam is
June.
thrown down by Werner.
To neighbors.
Take it up court. They trail by 15. Dumps it off. Carson dishes
Ireland
down low.
doesn't go.
The layup missed.
Oh no.
Tries the spin move. Love dishes it inside.
Benjamin open 3, 16-point lead for the Huskies.
Gets it to fall. With the crossover. They stop the run.
It doesn't go for neighbor.
Love grabs the rebound inside. I think they got just
Ireland,
enough
great
to
defense,
shoot.
but he coming right there. Oh,
Pass, high post.
Carson ends up getting run out of bounds.
They're the last ones to touch it, and they'll
Connecticut
turn it
is
over.
completely dominating the game at the moment.
Massey checks in for the first time.
We're trailing by 20 into the second half.
Will bring their
Down by
17
18.
on the floor.
Very early on.
Bring it up. They're leading by
Okay, we can do this. This game is not over. Play at a time, one more at a time.
18 feet away.
Try to get up to 20, but we're not.
He
Doesn't fail.
recognized the shot was coming and got out there on it. Nicely done. Putbacks.
Into Kirkland denied.
Terrific swat to send it away. Dumps it off.
Stolen.
Wild, picked and clean. The top
Wild goes up for a tipping. Oh,
the second chance basket to go.
man, Kirkland tipping that in clutch. Doing everything we can get to hang in this.
Connecticut.
Try to hang in this thing here.
Great job so far of sharing the ball.
That's gonna fall for the Huskies.
Lucky shot there by Massey. Great look. Way to find the open man.
Actually, really did it.
Hammond crosses it over. Dumps it off. With the crossover.
Oh, try to get the pass into Hammond. Stolen. And the Huskies are up by 20.
28 to 10. Send it in over. Strong finish. The Rockets bring it up. About 7.5 minutes left in the half.
Metcalf
It's stolen by
lost his dribble, tried to go up for it, couldn't get it, foul.
Got the Hoopers foul. He'll go to the line. Carson is returning to the game despite his injury. We'll see how he does playing hurt.
Okay.
Lewis passes to the high post. Dish inside.
Carson gets it to the right.
Robertson lays it up there. He's got 8 points.
Poked away. Neighbors on the
The
run.
steal by Neighbors.
Okay. Let's go.
He's got one by Neighbors. He's not really much of a high flyer, but the softies certainly help there. The Huskies make it up court. They've got a pretty comfortable lead.
How he gets it to go. Two neighbors.
Neighbors crosses it over.
No.
From the wing.
Doesn't fall.
Warner has it. And that's his 4th rebound thus far.
Dunk. Incredible.
Nice two-handed slam by Robertson.
Steal. Dunk. Incredible.
Stuck through by Massey.
Steal. Dunk. You can't get it in down there.
They'll try to stop this one. Dumps it off. Carson passes to the left corner.
He wants to dunk that girl. Reaching in for
With a
the
strong
ball.
rejection. Too much contact there. I like the aggressive defense, but that was an easy call for the ref to make. The Huskies are making substitutions. The Rockets will give their starters a rest here. They're going a little zone D, a little 1-3-1. Wilbur passes back to the top of the field.
Wilder.
Here's the break.
Page. Land. Doesn't go.
Number 1 yanks
Oh
it down.
no.
Slides in.
Kirkland.
He gets hammered. He'll head for the strike.
This has been
A
an
little
absolute
aggressive with the defense.
one-sided
He was
game.
trying to make something happen. Ellerby to make his first hit off the bench.
They get the rebound. Block another chance.
It took him 3 tries, but it was finally made by Massey. Beyond the arc.
Page puts up a three, doesn't go.
You're just doing the other team a favor by shooting that shot. Poor choice. Pass. High post. Massey tries to back down. Massey sank the basket and gets a trip to the line for
This
1 goal.
is really just dominant.
Two Rockets will bring all of their starters back to the floor.
You get the rebound.
Don't get the
It doesn't go. Post ball foul.
offline. Maluba. Ellerby has picked up his first foul of the game. The Rockets
Neighbors.
bring it up. They've got to find a way to score.
Ireland fires a three and doesn't go.
Massive snatches it from way above the rim. Rowland passes it to the right side. Luka backs down. Shoots it. That's going to be goaltending.
That's a 33-point lead for the
They're
Huskies.
down 47 to 14. Neighbors beats it down low.
Harrison's gonna get embarrassed
The
here.
beautiful pass went straight to the layup. Not Carson.
Stolen by neighbors. Neighbors can steal a rebound. Second one, neighbors with a steal a rebound.
The Huskies bring it up. About 4.5 minutes left in the game. Lifts off.
Lewis fouled.
Almost a 3-point opportunity. Instead, he'll go to the line for two. 7-team foul. Knocks down the first one. He gets the ball. Behind the arc.
Neighbors for sure.
The Huskies take it up court. They're shooting 69% from the floor.
That's not going to go for.
Misses the easy one.
And there's pass ends. Lewis.
Lewis was hacked and will go to the line for a couple. 4-team foul. He gets the first of two. Ellerby will sit down to avoid further foul trouble. Splits the free throw. These guys have been dominating the boards, Vern, and that's why they're in the position they're in. Luba passes to the outside. Goes up. Runs it in off the glass. With the crossover. Neighbors passes it to the top of the key. Ireland gives the up fake. Graham skips it to the corner. Pump fakes. Puts up the tray. Get down inside. Gotta credit the D. Couldn't get it to go.
Carson trying to smother me.
Passes to the wing. Backs him down. Dumps it off. Tries to back him in. Massey tries to post him up. From 12 feet away. Right in the bottom of the bucket. The Rockets take it up court. 2:52 left in the first half.
Steal.
Dumps it to the middle.
Mix it up. Neighbors will get a basket.
Nice lay-in off the glass by Neighbors. Connecticut takes it up court. They're in front by 29. Luba feeds it down low. Roller swings it to the right side. The layup was finished by Massey. And defensively cannot allow those kind of shots. Takes a three. Carson snatches the rebound.
The grand
Initiative in the middle. Swatted away by Massey. 15 foul. And he makes the first. The Huskies will get a few starters back out on the floor. The Rockets will go with a different look out there. He gets the ball. Peterson to make his first stint off the bench. Connecticut brings it up. They've been doing a great job so far of sharing the ball. Love passes it to the outside. Love skips it inside.
shot used.
They were pretty tight on him, but it still didn't do any good. He's so hard to defend on the block. Kirkland skips it to the high post. Shoots the three. Can't get it. Get that out of here. Connecticut takes it up court. They're ahead 57-26. He's doubled up. Love swings it to the top of the key. The top shot. Peterson grabs the rock. Dumps it off. The perfect lead pass, and it's dunked by him.
We're gonna need
They're shooting at 69%.
a few miracles to happen, but we're still playing our heart. We're gonna do that
The top
for
shot.
sure. We're gonna give everything we got.
He
Come
will
on.
go to the line.
We didn't wait here in the first half.
Since the first of two,
Let's go back
the
to 3.
Rockets will bring all of their starters back to the floor. He gets them there. Love will head to the bench. The Rockets take it up court. 55 seconds left in the first half.
Lewis. For 3
Launches
from
one from
the
beyond the arc. Lola hauls it in.
Steal.
Taken away by Lewis. That's his second steal of the contest. Graham got fouled hard there, and he'll get 2 free throws. 16 foul. Knocks down the first one.
Toledo Rockets playing in the Final Four. Who would have thunk it? Unbelievable season.
They've got a nice lead. Skip pass. Top of the key. Number 1 bounces it to the middle.
Shot will go
Takes it in.
for Connecticut.
Dumps it off. Pass. Top of the key. Ireland crosses it over. For 3.
Oh, 3-point attempt doesn't go. Carson the rebound.
Went with the layup.
Another chance for
Warner sends them back again.
and 31-point lead. One of the heavy favorites. Connecticut looks like they're headed back to the national championship.
These fellas love playing in front of the home fans. The crowd has provided the energy, and they're feeding off it. The Huskies were definitely in control. Warner has been firing on all cylinders. He's been a spark plug for their offense. Thanks a lot, Bill. And with that, we're ready to begin the second half.
And passionate halftime speech. We're gonna come out here and give it everything we got here in the second half.
Inbounds the ball in the second
Start
half
things
is
off.
The three-point
Cody
shot
Neighbors firing up a
offline
3.
by
It's
Neighbors.
not gonna go.
Bonnie Bernstein has some extra info for us.
During
Be
halftime, I thought
aggressive
that the head
with the
coach,
press.
the
Neighbors is
Huskies,
gonna
he
get
was
a jump
all
ball.
smiles coming out of the locker room. Loved his team's all-around
See you
effort. He
coming.
said very solid play on the front side of this game. Role players have been huge for his team today, said Coach. They've given us such a boost from the bench. It's days like this when you need that all-around effort, and we've gotten just that.
Thank you, Bonnie.
And this Connecticut team, extremely impressive.
From deep. Lola blocked it inside. Murphy passes to the left wing. He's double teamed.
They're gonna jump ball and take the
Flies him
ball.
up, and the arrow is facing the defense.
My
That
favorite
will be
here.
a turnover. They're playing a 2-3 zone
Man.
with win-win principle.
He'll fire up a 3.
Downtown, off the front rim and out. Pass, baseline. Murphy passes it.
Reaching in foul against Lewis.
Lewis is whistled for reaching in, and that's foul number 2 for him. First team foul. The Rockets will get their starters a rest here. Taves is tagged with the reach, and that's his first foul.
Page going for a block, too.
Lola passes it to the high post.
Slam dunk there for the Huskies.
Assist on the play, Aluba. The Rockets bring it up. They're shooting 8% from beyond the arc. Page swings it to the left side.
Metcalf.
From downtown. Lola corrals it, and that's his 5th rebound in this one.
That's going to get you a talking to from your coach. Not a smart shot.
To the bucket. Luba gets the board inside. The layup was tossed in by Luba. They've got a lot of ground to make up. Far side. The tray off the mark by Metcalf. The Huskies take it up court. Just over 13 minutes left in the second half. Pulled in by Page.
He's not known for his inside game, but now you can see why.
Page gives the up fake.
Foul.
Hammond almost got it to fall, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. 15 foul. Since the first of 2, Ellerton will check into the game. He gets the ball. The Rockets will bring all of their starters back to the floor. Connecticut takes it up court. They're shooting 69% for the game. Lewis ties it up, and that will be a held ball. The offense gets the feet.
Steal.
Possession arrow pointed their way.
Tomatoes. Dunk.
Great drive through the lane.
Yeah, we're gonna keep fighting. We got about that. We did everything we got.
Connecticut brings it up. They lead by 33. The layup was tossed in by Massey.
What a pass. That's good team basketball, Vern.
Fires the 3.
This shot
Hits the
doesn't
left
go.
rim and out. Dumps it off.
What an amazing season for the Toledo Rockets.
Fires from the wing. Too strong. Neighbors brings it up. He's shooting 59% from the
How are we gonna flip
three-pointer hit by Ireland.
Long Island?
The D was in the
One
area.
of the biggest shots in NCAA tournament history is 3-pointer.
Is too much.
Our epic comeback against LSU. Closing seconds to get it into overtime.
For 3. Can't connect. The Huskies bring it up. They're leading 71-37. Massey passes to the right side. Lola passes to the left side. Massey throws it away out of bounds, and that will be a turnover. The Rockets bring it up. Just over 11 minutes left in the second half. Takes the 3. Massey snatches it from way above the rim.
That's all a coach wants from his defense. Stay with him and don't give him easy looks.
Finishes in close. Neighbors swings it to the top of the key. The top shot. Can't get the layup. Connecticut brings it up. They've got a pretty comfy lead. The shot was missed long by number 1. Launches one from beyond the arc. Massey grabs the rebound.
Shot won't go for
With the
Neighbors.
crossover. Top of the key. Shoots over the
Massey
double key.
gets it to fall.
Nails it.
Even if someone isn't the best shooter out there, you can't leave him.
Connecticut's total is more than double ours.
Neighbors brings it up the floor. He's 6 for 12 for the
Lewis
game.
is down to 3. Cuts it down to 35.
By Lewis. Huskies take it up court. Right around 10 minutes left in the second half. Carson gets the reach-in call. That will be his second foul of the game.
They're still scrapping, still playing hard.
Toledo will give its starters a rest here. Pass, left side. The runner bangs off the side of the rim and out. Page feeds it to the middle.
Foul by
Nearly
Roy.
had a chance for a three-point play, but he'll go to the line for two. He can't get the first.
What's the second one?
Connecticut takes it up court. They're shooting 67% from the court. Shoots the turnaround. Wilder reels it in. Puts up a three. Oh, air on the three-pointer.
Air ball there from Page with a steal.
Good shots will come if you
Metcalf.
don't rush them.
His three
Shot offline by Metcalf.
doesn't go either.
Crosses it over. Rolla dumps it down low.
Foul.
Hit it, got fouled, and he'll have a shot at the three-point play. The Rockets will bring all of their starters back to the floor. Substitution on the court.
Rebound for UConn.
Sails
Foul
in.
at the goal.
He'll have a chance for the three-point play.
This is getting very ugly.
No good.
The rebound
Won't get the
outside.
three-point play. Toledo brings it up. They're 3 for 21 from deep.
Playing when you're in foul trouble can be so difficult, Vern. It can really make you tentative out there. They're playing a 2-3 zone, Vern, trying to clamp down on the inside game.
Pass, high post. Can't fall for the double. Left way.
The best way to make sure these dunks are going go down and stay down is to be strong with both hands.
Stripped away by Ireland. The finisher. Bricks it off the back of the rim. The Huskies take it up court. About 8.5 minutes left in the second half. Corralled by Carson. That's his 6th rebound of the game.
Firing threes.
Missed long by Neighbors. Rolla.
We get it steal there.
Lewis read that pass and picked it off.
Neighbors gets that to fall.
Three boys nailed by Neighbors.
The D took too much time to set up, and it sure cost them.
Connecticut takes it up court. They'll try to end this one.
Banks it in.
The shot from the wing was good by Werner. Passes it cross court. From downtown.
Some
It's good.
Neighbors incredible game in the regional final. Incredible season,
They're
incredible
shooting
player.
66% for the game. Pass, top of the key. Number 1 passes to the top of the key. Ellerby passes it to the high post. It's stolen by Lewis. That's his 5th steal of the game. He's got some comfort.
Firing three.
Connecticut takes it up court. They're up 81 to 49. The Huskies were the last ones to touch it, and they'll turn it over. The Huskies are going to make some substitutions. Toledo will bring its second team out on the floor. The Rockets bring it up. They're on a 12-2 run. The three-pointer was no good by Mitchell. With the crossover. Love passes to the left corner.
If they ever find a bunch of threes, just try to give us any sort of chance. But,
Page crosses it over. Pass, high post. Wilder dishes it inside. And the ref calls a foul.
Easy call on that one. Clearly some contact on the release.
Nuggets first.
Gets the ball. Love brings it up for him. He's got 10 assists. Dumps it off. Here's the double team. Slides in. Tries to drop it in, but it won't go. Toledo brings it up. They're down by 32. The three missed everything by midfield. The Rockets will bring all of their starters back to the floor. Substitution on the floor. He gets the first of two. He's off on the second. Rebounded by Lewis. Toledo takes it up court. Just over 6 minutes left in the second half. Crosses it over. This is the easy one.
Lewis reaching in foul.
They can't find a break right now.
He's got one foul left.
Team foul. And he makes the first.
Get a rebound.
Lewis brings it up the floor. He's shooting 25% from
Island for threes and we get under the
The three was
he
good.
got fired up 3 pointers.
Connecticut takes it up court. They've got a nice lead. Takes it up. Lewis grabs the rebound inside. Fires the three. Love pulls it down. The defense is up to the challenge that time. Good job closing on the shooter.
Avery's reaching in foul.
Rowland got a quick breather, but they need him back on the floor. Toledo will bring its second team out on the floor. Toledo brings it up. About 5.5 minutes left in the second half.
Connected. Nice move and finishing.
Massey grabs it, and that's his 7th rebound so far. The layup was blown by Rowland. Dish down low.
Shot foul, Massey,
And the foul.
still playing the hearts out here.
Massey will come out of the game because of foul trouble. The Rockets are making a group substitution.
No, it doesn't fall.
The Huskies bring it up. They're up by 29. Dumps it off. Picked up by Ireland.
It is a dunk.
Send it in. What a change of pace for his style of play. The Huskies take it up court. Under 5 minutes left in the second half. The 11-footer off the mark by Murphy. Takes a three. The Huskies bring it up. They've been doing a great job so far of sharing the ball. To stop the run. Fouled hard, and he'll take a trip to the line. That's his second personal foul. He gets the first of two. Lewis is back in the game after a short rest. He gets the ball. They're down big. Neighbors with the crossover. Beyond the arc. No luck.
Ireland's not going to go. It's like a steal.
It's picked off by Ireland, and that'll be his
He's
third
going to
steal.
fire it in there. He's still
The trade was
giving it
cashed in by
on Ireland since number 3. Oh, steal.
For three.
Graham for three. No.
Lola hauls it down inside with the crossover. From 18 feet
It
away.
doesn't go there.
Bounces off the left rim and out. Toledo calls timeout. Off the inbound.
Oh, Graham firing.
Short.
Not gonna fall.
The Huskies take it up court. They're in front, 87-64. Intercepted by Murphy. Luba passes it to the middle. Hit the left iron, but missed by Ellaby.
Well, the team did a nice job of throwing him off. No easy baskets for him.
The dribble was off the mark by Ireland. From long range, number one reels in the offensive rebound. Dish down low. From the left block, Carson was all over that one and came up with the rejection. Nails it. Toledo brings it up. 2:50 left in the game.
Neighbors can't get it. Hit the rim. After steal, bounce pass, dunk.
Toledo was the last to
Still
get a piece
getting
of it
it
before it
all,
headed out of bounds. The Huskies will
I
bring
would love
some
to see it.
starters back in. Connecticut takes it up court. They should slow it down and use some clock. Backslam.
And the Warriors,
Be happy about
the
picking up that
senior
ball.
has found out
He's going to have to just take his
the
medicine and
Warriors
head to the mine.
with a great career. A massive part of this Cinderella season.
The Rockets will go with a different look out there. He gets them both.
Huge time.
All timeout. The Rockets will make some mass substitutions here. Behind the arc.
Tommy Ireland, when listening to shot that won us the regional final.
Got a pretty
Oh gosh, kept our dreams alive,
The top shot.
reaching the final four. That was the overtime.
Puts up the tray. Warner reels it in.
The defender read that and got right out on it. Nice work.
Murphy hit it, got fouled, and he'll have a shot at the three-point play. Luba is back in the game after a short rest. Good for the three-point play. Love will go to the bench, and with their lead, he'll probably be a spectator for the rest of the game.
Connecticut on their way to the national title.
Toledo brings it up. 1:56 left in the game. Dumps it off. Ireland feeds it inside. Luba grabs the rebound. Connecticut takes it up court. They're leading by 30. Lola passes it to the baseline. Number one tries to post him up. Luba was hacked on the way up, and he'll get two shots at the line. Sinks the first of two. Crockett checks in for the first time. He gets the ball. Graham brings it up the floor. He's 0 for 4 from three-point range. Neighbor stumps it to the middle. Connecticut brings it up. 1:45 left in the game. Taylor makes almost a three-point opportunity. Instead, he'll go to the line for 2. Defensive foul. That's his fourth. He makes the first. He gets the ball. Cross court. Pump fakes. Ireland. Pump fakes. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. No good. And they don't get the three-point. Connecticut takes it up court. Excellent ball movement for the Bucks. Finished up with a dunk by Carson. You can see that dunk being prepared.
Playing again, Toledo Rocket fans in attendance, making a bunch of noise, giving us a huge standing ovation as we continue to play our hearts out. Tommy Island's getting a couple more points.
The Huskies take it up court. They lead 100-72. That last lay-in was good by Werner. Toledo brings it up. 41 seconds left in the game. Luba crosses it over. 5 seconds
fighting for the ball.
between the shot
We'll
clock
get the
and the
ball.
game clock. The Rockets
Take a
will take a
timeout.
timeout here.
Round of applause for the crew, the starting team. Play out, get everything we got all the way to the end
They
here.
may not need him to cruise to the win in this one. Hammond got a quick breather, but they need him back on the floor. Neighbors brings it up. He's shooting 47% for the
Ourselves
game.
another score here
Crosses it over.
somewhere.
Ireland bounces it inside. Ireland with the crossover.
And Carson, nicely done.
Laid in by Carson. Oh, it's not a lot of heart to be out in the court with that injury. You gotta appreciate his toughness.
So firing.
Puts it up.
Pull up.
Misses the jumper.
Carson the rebound. Neighbors gonna try to make it in. It's not gonna go in the steal. Hammer has a hold. Fighting till the end. The Toledo Rockets. Hammond's gonna get a steal and he's gonna lay it in. Yeah, we're trapping here even. Fighting till the very end. What an effort. The Toledo Rockets. 2006 season, magical season comes to a close. In the Final Four.
Let's go to Greg Gumbel back in the studio for the Pontiac game-changing performance.
Thanks, Vern. Welcome to the 2K Sports Studios. I'm Greg Gumbel. Let's get right to today's Pontiac game-changing performance. Nothing intimidates an opponent like a monster dunk. The Huskies were unstoppable on the inside. This dunk set the tone during a dominant performance. That's your Pontiac game-changing performance. On behalf of Pontiac and all of us here in the studio, I'm Greg Gumbel. Now, let's go back to Vern Lundquist and Bill Raftery.
Thanks, Greg. For Bonnie Bernstein, Bill Raftery, and all of us here at 2K Sports, thanks for watching this presentation of the Final Four. This is Vern Lundquist saying so long, everybody.
What an unbelievable season for the Toledo Rockets. Greatest season in program history. One of the most unbelievable seasons of any college basketball team. Just coming out of nowhere and going on this incredible run here. Wow, season for the ages. We're just outmatched in this one here. Connecticut gets the win quite handily, but we were fighting till the very end. You could see final moments coming off the clock. We were still fighting for the ball. Unbelievable effort. 102 to 76 ends up being the final. They shot very well. They shot better than us. I'm not sure if that's accurate. I don't feel like our attempts is accurate. We put up a bunch of three-pointers. We were doing everything we could to try to get back in the game. But yeah, we never got close. Really, they got way in front, and they just stayed way in front the whole time. They got to the line more than we did. 19 of 28 turnovers. We won the turnover battle big time. We were giving everything we got. They out-rebounded us big time. They had way more size. And that was a huge factor. We had more steals. They had more blocks, points in the paint, bench points. They did play their bench a lot. Their whole lineup very strong. Second chance points. We had more fast break points. Massey had 23. Werner had 22. Like 14. Benjamin Robertson 10. Not even the starters here. The whole lineup getting time to play, and everyone getting a lot of playing time and having success. Everyone getting at least 1 point for Connecticut as they continue their absolutely dominant run. Kevin Neighbors had 21 points. Tommy Ireland had 16. Dean Hammond had 13. Fired a bunch of three-pointers, of course. They weren't falling. They needed to fall way more than they did for us to have a chance. We needed like an unbelievable three-point shooting percentage, and we left it all out there. Nothing to hang our heads about. Connecticut team, amazing team we are. This journey, this 2006 season comes to an end here, but we made it all the way to the Final Four, and our regional final win, a game that will certainly live on in NCAA tournament history forever. Certainly live on in Toledo basketball lore forever. This season will. What a journey. 2006 season comes to an end. One more time. Let's go Rockets.